Alright, this is just going to be a quick video on the Toronto Maple Leafs season so far. It's been kind of a weird start to the season. The first couple games it looked like they were going to be good, and they went on a bit of a losing streak, 4-game losing streak or whatever, to all the crappy teams, and it looked like they were going to be just maybe struggling to make the playoffs, and then all of a sudden they come out and beat Boston, Carolina, lose to overtime in Vegas. All of a sudden it looks like they're back in, playoff contention like they should be. And so, it's really too early to make any sort of actual predictions. But, I don't know, I've been somewhat satisfied with the start of the season. The big players are all producing fairly well. Matthews had a really slow start to the season, but he's kind of picking up again. Tavares has had a really good start to the season. Marner and Nylander's, Riley, all more or less what you'd expect. The depth scoring hasn't been great. Past those 5, there hasn't really been anyone that's stepped up and scored, like Michael Bunting and David Kampf for the next guys. Yeah, in terms of, the top points on the Leafs. So, and they only have 6 as opposed to Marner has 16, Tavares 15, Matthews 14, Nylander 13, Riley 10. So, I don't know. They need some depth scoring, and one part that seems to stand out is the third line center spot. There's not really a clear third line center. They tried Kerfoot there, but he's never really been a center, and now he's in the top 6 on the wing, and neither of Järnkrok or Engvall seem to grab that spot. So it'd be nice to maybe use a trade deadline pickup for a guy to replace one of those two as a third line center. Defense has been really fairly bad, honestly. Riley's putting up points fine, but isn't great in his own end, and no one else is putting up points, and except for Brody, none of them are really steady in their own end. Hopefully Liljegren, he came back the other night. Hopefully he can turn things around. But that might be another piece they want to go out and get a deadline, a top 4 D-man. Probably right side one, because the Leafs always need right-handed defensemen, it seems. Goaltending, surprisingly, that was one that was the biggest question mark, and so far it was so good with Samsonov. The first 7 games or whatever, he had like a 921 save percentage. So
I think it might actually be 932.
No, that's old. It was for a while it was, but he had one game, wasn't the greatest, kind of dropped. But overall, he's been really steady. Up until that injury, that was really unfortunate, because up until that injury, it looked like the Leafs were set in goal. Now, a couple weeks or whatever, they'll be without him. So hopefully that injury is just a one-time thing, and they have him for the rest of the season, and the injury doesn't set him back. Murray, I don't know. Maybe he'll come back from his injury and he'll be good, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. But as long as he can be, a passable backup.
Well, at this point, you'd want him to just sit on injured reserves, and they
that might even be better. Yeah. Sheldon has been okay. For being an AHL call-up, he's been fine. Certainly, you wouldn't want him going into the playoffs as the second option, but so hey, even maybe if Murray's still injured, maybe you look at going to get a goalie at the deadline too. So, and speaking of injuries, Jake Muzzin probably going to be out the rest of the season, and probably the rest of his career, which honestly probably be better for the Leafs at this point. It sucks to say that, but probably be better to just let him retire. Hopefully the Leafs can take it to the next level, and obviously the main test will be in the spring in the playoffs. So hopefully they finally win a playoff round. I don't know, nothing so far in the season really indicates that they would do that, based on compared to last season. Maybe this is the year. I don't know. But I guess that's kind of all I have to say. If you like this video, leave a like, click subscribe, and see you in the next video.